Hello and welcome to another great week on the JetSet. Coming up on this week's show, we're sitting down with Michelle Clement to talk all about the amazing things you never knew about Lake Placid.
And I'm taking you on a travel flashback to Yogi Yellowstone Park.
And we've got your travel headlights coming up on Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com. All this and more is taking off right here on the JetSet.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready to go? Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. It's time to Jet Set.
It's time to set sail on the sea of travel news on this week's edition of Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com. Several different cruise ships have returned to the waters around the world. Here in the U.S., though, cruise line CEOs, they're frustrated by the real and perceived issues with the coronavirus pandemic and cruising, and they say it's time to get back to service again. The comments came out of a meeting of the Miami-Dade County Tourism and Ports Committee. Enough is enough, said Frank Del Rio, CEO of Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings. He says it's been more than 6 months. We as an industry, we as a society have learned a lot on how to live alongside COVID. However, cruise ships have long been vulnerable to viral outbreaks even outside of a pandemic, and were one of the first to experience mass outbreaks of COVID-19. This raises the question, do we need to learn to live alongside COVID, or is the cruise line industry really just trying to reopen because they really need our money?
I mean, this is such a tough one. This is a really tough one because, I mean, are you putting people's lives ahead of just making a profit and getting back to work? Or how do you actually live alongside COVID?
Well, see, that's what I was thinking, because like, if you're really pushing to reopen something like a cruise line, are you really going to see the long lines? Is everyone going to have their temperature taken before you get on a cruise ship?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know about those buffet lines on a cruise ship?
Tell me about those buffet lines, Juan.
But the other point is, okay, you can live with the virus over there, and what happened with the people who don't have symptoms? What happened with the people that can be positive by coronavirus and don't have fever, don't have high temperature, don't have cough, anything?
Right, they're
So,
asymptomatic.
as an industry, you need to put the ships going away, making money. They invest a lot of money, have people behind investing in that cruise, but until what point you are going to risk the people?
Well, that's actually a good point, because one of the CEOs, the CEO of Norwegian Cruise Lines actually said, all we are asking for is the opportunity to demonstrate that we take this very, very seriously. But at the same time, they're pushing to reopen the cruise line industry when we still have deaths being reported every day. Now, I, for one, everyone knows I love cruising, but he was just on his first cruise too.
Yeah.
I'm all for reopening when it's safe to do so, but I'm not sure we're there yet.
And how do you reopen when you're kind of stuck on a moving vessel with thousands of people?
In fact, wasn't there, I think we just reported on a few weeks ago, a cruise line that was sailing in Germany. So it was in Norway, because it was a Norwegian ship, but not Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Yes.
That just relaunched, and then people on that ship had COVID and they had to go back and everything.
I'm ready just for us to just be able to travel again and not have to say that word ever again.
I think it's going to be a couple more months. I'm sorry.
You got something good to tell me now?
How about a game-changing new app called Dragon Slayer, which is soon to launch? It promises to provide both travelers and their trusty travel advisors with centralized real-time information on the reopening status of all 50 states, as well as a growing list of 124 countries worldwide.
All right.
Plus, it readily displays each destination's COVID-19 related requirements and restrictions, such as quarantine protocols and what you can expect and see, and what you can expect to see in terms of local conditions upon arrival.
This is really good because so many people have so many different rules, and you have to have a test or not have a test or have bad results or, you know, all kinds of results. So this is actually a really good thing.
Have you been tested?
No.
Have you been tested?
Yes.
Okay, what was it like?
You don't feel pain, but you feel a weird sensation in your nose when they put it inside, but that's it. It's not
Did it hurt?
too terrible. No.
No.
It's just,
No.
I mean, you
I've
never
had that kind of
had
test done before, and it's like, whoa! But then
Is that your reaction to that? Whoa!
Whoa! But I think this is great because so many, you're getting all kinds of information. It's like, listen, I really want to go back to Belize, so I can go to this app and know when to go.
We'll be right back in 30 seconds with more of the Jet Set.
Our TGS and Espanol correspondent Juan Alvaron traveled to Amsterdam just before the pandemic caused the world to hit the pause button for 6 months, and now he's here to tell us a little bit about his trip. Juan, bienvenido!
Gracias. Thank you for having me back.
You're welcome.
So yes, Nikki, that's right. I was lucky enough to travel to Amsterdam this past March, and while I had an idea as the site I want to see, I didn't expect that ending being with fries. I based all my trip around the city, following all these places that say this is the best French fries, and take a look.
I love it.
Probably if you hear about Amsterdam, the first thing comes to your mind is tulips, Anne Frank House, museums, and the canals. But did you know Amsterdam can be followed by French fries? Not many people know that the best fries are to be had in the Netherlands and Belgium. You will see many lines all around the city as people wait for their next serving. Amsterdam is home to several friteries exclusively serving the delicious snack with many different toppings and sauces. The sauces change the whole experience. From cheese to garlic to mayo and truffle mayo, you can't go wrong. I love French fries. I might even be an expert. Almost every location says they are the best. My first location was just okay, but then I found the winner. These are very good. Much better. So this place say is the number one, the most and preferred for Holland people. But for me, the best was what I thought the last time.
Juan, you said the best was what you had the previous time. What did you put on top of those fries?
I put mayo with truffles on it.
Oh,
and the other one
my
was
gosh.
cheddar cheese, but that was so good.
So Juan, was there a topping that was just like totally weird and you were like, what is that?
You know, they have a lot of options, but nothing out of your mind, like crazy things. I remember they have some pickles, they have some different kind of cheese, truffle mayo, aleo, and all the stuff.
Oh, that sounds just delicious. For more information on Juan's trip or to book your own French fry adventure, hey, it's cheap to book now and travel later. Visit thejetset.tv.
We got to take a quick break, but we got lots more of the Jet Set coming up. Don't go anywhere.
It's time to turn our attention to some uplifting stories on Here's More, powered by TravelPulse.com. One of the best small pleasures you can have while traveling is looking out the window of your hotel to drink in the view, of course. Now, traveling to new windows isn't something you can do right now, especially if you're in quarantine. But you can window swap. That's a new website that lets you gaze out other people's windows all over the world. That kind of sounds a little creepy, but it is one way to get the feeling of being in a new place while actually staying safe during the pandemic. Now, a husband and wife team of creatives in Singapore wrote on their About page that the site was their quarantine project, and anyone who is feeling the wanderlust during lockdown will surely be grateful for their initiative. Anyone can access Window Swap, no app downloads or subscriptions are needed, and find a video of a new window to gaze through, which is refreshed randomly whenever you click a button at the bottom of your screen. Videos of windows can be submitted by anyone who wants to give people a new perspective in the world.
Now, you know what? Actually, I like this because being home for so long, I would like to look out over like Tuscany. I'd like to look out over Singapore.
But how long are you going to sit in front of your computer and just be like,
like 30 seconds. Well, I mean, let's get real. I can hardly sit still for more than a minute. But I like this idea. And anything to kind of bring the world to you. I like it.
what do you think?
That's good. I mean, a lot of airlines are doing online or virtual trips.
Yeah, the fake flights.
Yeah,
Flights to
I don't know
nowhere.
if you saw the notice of Thai Airlines, the restaurant they set up a whole restaurant with the uniforms of the flight attendant. They have the seats of the first class, and people go there to eat to feel like they're traveling.
Yeah, you
and
eat
they eat
airplane
the
food in
airplane
the restaurant.
Yes, you don't eat. So I think it's a good initiative.
Listen, we're all going crazy.
Hold on, here's the
so
question.
anything.
Is it first class seats or is it coach seats? I got to figure out whether or not we can invite Nikki.
He just said first class. We know what it kind of is.
I like the idea of the windows. I do think it could be a little interesting.
I mean, listen, I would love to just see anything right now. So
Yeah.
I say let's go for it. Whether you want to be out on the water or on dry land, Lake Placid offers a long list of activities to enjoy. We sat down to speak with Michelle Clement to talk about some of the amazing things the area has to offer. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So Lake Placid is one of America's gems. And we want to kind of remind our viewers that we have so many beautiful places right in our backyard. So tell us a little bit about Lake Placid.
So Lake Placid is, most well known for being the home of the 1932 and 1980 Olympics, but it's more than just a winter destination. We are located in the heart of the Adirondack Park, which is 6 million acres of outdoor beauty. You can see behind me, I kind of snuck out of the office down to the lake. Lots of outdoor fun activities and a great place to enjoy the beautiful summer weather we've been having.
I was just going to say, you can hear the music playing in the background. There's the hammock. You're making us very jealous right now.
Oh, Lake Placid is so beautiful. Tell me some of your favorite things to do there.
Some of our favorite things to do here, anything outdoors. I hear they're actually firing up a boat behind me, getting ready to do some water skiing. If you like to go paddling, if you would rather be more on shore, there's over 15,000 miles of trails to be hiked, mountains, views to waterfalls, beautiful stuff to do on the shore. But then there's also a lot of unique communities. So if you go right into the heart of downtown Lake Placid and hit Main Street up, you'll have all of the amenities that you're looking for, from high-end hotels to great, fun, funky places to eat and breweries, etc.
What has Lake Placid done in this kind of
new normal?
I know that you guys, there's masks being required, but kind of what's going on in town?
So in town, we've launched what's called the Politely Adirondack campaign, collectively with our communities and our residents. And what it is it's really just encouraging the highest level of following the safety protocols of when you are in public, to make sure you're wearing your face masks. We have all kinds of cute little moose around town and raccoons, encouraging people to make sure they're following the safety guidelines of wearing your masks, social distancing, washing your hands regularly. So those are the pieces that we're doing, and through that and working with our business partners, making sure that we're doing everything we can to keep people very comfortable, very safe, and keep our area, there's so much room outdoors to enjoy.
I was just going to say that. There's so many outdoor activities, you really shouldn't have too much of a problem maintaining your 6 feet of social distance.
Yes. Michelle, how far away is Lake Placid from New York? I can't remember.
From New York City, we're about 4.5 hours.
And I just remembered that drive. Kenny and I went to a wedding up there, and it is so beautiful up there. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is in our backyard. So it is just a wonderful place because we can't really be traveling, but we can travel
exactly.
to Lake Placid.
Lake Placid is open right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. When you get off like I-87 as you're coming up from the city, or from downstate New York, and you start weaving up 73 through the High Peaks area, past the water, it's one of the most gorgeous drives, and it's really, your adventure starts there.
You know what I noticed being from New York myself? I've never thought of New York City and Southern that way being referred to as downstate. I've always said upstate New York, but I've never heard the reverse of downstate.
That's where you're from.
Where downstate actually begins. And when you can almost touch Canada, then you're officially in upstate New York.
Exactly.
Hey, Michelle, where can people find more information?
So to find more information about Lake Placid, you can go to lakeplacid.com. One thing that I do encourage anyone to look at, one of the first things, there is a travel banner across the top of the website on any page that you land on. Make sure to check there first for information on those safety protocols and what those expectations are, as well as any of the New York State travel advisories. That's the first step that we encourage anyone to take a look at before what to know before you go is really important during this time.
I mean, I really wouldn't mind a 14-day quarantine coming from the DC area on that hammock right behind you.
I know,
right
we're
now.
going to join you right in that hammock behind you. Michelle, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
For this week's travel flashback, I'm taking you back to Texas to visit my favorite bear. Hi guys, I'm here at Yogi Bear's Yellowstone Park Camp Resort, just south of Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm going to show you around this 100-acre family-friendly resort, and we might even get to see Yogi Bear himself. Located in Burleson, Texas, right outside the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Yellowstone Park offers a unique camping experience that is easy on the wallet and entertaining for all age levels. Wherever you choose to sleep out under the stars, claim an RV site, or snuggle up in a cozy, comfortable cabin, they offer accommodation for every type of camper with the best amenities possible. For my stay, I decided to take advantage of one of the well-appointed premium cabins, which offer a more luxurious way to experience the resort. Each rustic upscale cabin features handmade pine furnishing, original artwork, and a riverstone fireplace. After getting settled into my cabin, I went out to meet with Annette Tate to experience what the park is really about. The community of people who make this place so welcoming. So thank you so much, Ms. Annette, for receiving us here. So how are you enjoying the park? You really like it? You come every year?
I love it. We've been coming here for the last 5 years and enjoy it. It's all family oriented and we bring our whole crew.
Cool, that's great. Also the weather and the long weekend is very nice to enjoy with your family, kids, and going around.
Yes.
What do you recommend for all our viewers to do in this location?
You can either land camp in one of the cabins or you can tent camp down by the lake. You can fish. They have a catch and release. Big catfish. We have several pictures of our kids pulling out big catfish, perch. There's several parks for the kids. There's bicycle riding. There's so much to do here.
So like you was telling me before, you come here every year. What brings you here every year for this specific weekend, for this specific holiday? What made you come back?
We come here because of the atmosphere, the security for our family. Like I said, we have several kids. They're small. We don't have to worry about them here because they have so many employees that watch out for you. If they see anything that's dangerous, of course, they let you know. But we come here because the value of the money and the entertainment. It's all family gear, and I can't go anywhere and spend the money that I'm spending here and get the experience that I'm getting.
So in the family of Yogi Bears, what is your favorite character? What is your favorite bear?
That's hard to choose because, like I said, Yogi's Bear has always been a part of my life, and when I first came here, I found my world. I guess I'm gonna say Yogi because he's the character.
The main character.
He's the character. He's the one that keeps them all going.
Okay.
And here, he loves all over my children.
Yes,
So.
and also he's around and all.
Yes, there's Cindy, Boo. You can meet them all.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Annette was right. There really are endless activities to do here at Yellowstone Park. One of the activities for the kids was tie-dyeing shirts. And while I love the colorful craft project, for me, I had to follow my sweet tooth to the country creamery for a tasty treat. When you are here in Yellowstone Park, one of the things you need to try is the homemade ice cream. One of my favorites, Boo Bear. Very good.
Now more than ever, it's important to know the symptoms of the common cold and flu so that you don't end up anxiously thinking, are the symptoms I'm experiencing something more? ER physician and health expert Dr. Jake Deutsch is here to discuss what to expect this cold and flu season and how it could be unlike others in years past. Hi, doctor.
To prepare for cold season ahead, first we need to understand the difference between a cold and everything else. Fall allergy season and cold season are fast approaching. It's important to know the symptoms of a common cold as well as ways to shorten colds. The best way to be prepared for cold season is know the symptoms and act fast. The common signs of a cold are your sneezing, sore throat, and cough. And I tell patients it's important to act quickly when those first signs appear. In addition to getting lots of rest and drinking plenty of fluids, I recommend Zicam at the first sign. And what's completely different about Zicam is that its clinically proven homeopathic oral zinc is specifically formulated to shorten colds, so you get better faster. Zinc is an essential element, and it's important to our overall health. It's naturally found in different kinds of foods like meats and beans, and it's present in almost every cell of our body where it's involved in numerous aspects of cellular activity, and our metabolism. For more information, go to zycam.com.
Thanks, doctor. We've got to take one last break, but we've got more of the Jet Set coming up.
So how did you enjoy Yogi Bear's National Park?
Did you like it?
Fun.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
It looked like you really enjoyed that water slide.
Yeah, that was good.
The doctor is in. Board-certified family medicine physician Dr. Victoria Dooley is here with the latest in health prevention to keep your family healthy, age-defying tips, and more. Hi, doctor.
A healthy lifestyle this fall is key. For those who may need support filling in nutrient gaps in their diet, these new one-a-day natural fruit bites multivitamins are a great option. Unlike other vitamins, these aren't pills or gummies, but bites, where real farm-grown apples are the first ingredient. And they are free of ingredients you don't want, like high fructose corn syrup and artificial flavors. With formulas for adults, kids, and those over 50, there's a bite available for everyone in the family. And cold air outdoor and indoor heating can rob our skin of its moisture and impair the skin barrier, leaving you susceptible to dryness. I recommend richer products like CeraVe's moisturizing cream. Developed by dermatologists, it contains 3 essential ceramides to help repair the skin, as well as hyaluronic acid to replenish hydration. It's safe and effective for use on the face and body of all skin types, plus it's available as a baby formula too. For more information, please visit CeraVe.com and oneaday.com.
Thanks for watching this week and keeping up with our adventures. Bye.
You can always follow us on social media at facebook.com/thejetsettv. See you next week.
Bye.